I'm a big fan of email newsletters and the services that you can use to do those. I have used Constant Contact quite a bit. I've used MailChimp a little bit. And the obvious thing is that they look professional. You can make things your colors, use your logo. You can create things from templates if, like many of us, you're not really a designer, and they still look great. And that's all wonderful, but a lot of people think, well, you know, I can't spend the money just to do that. So there are a bunch of things behind the scenes that I think are really important, and one of them is this CAN-SPAM Act compliance, and that's the Federal Trade Commission's law. I think it's the Federal Trade Commission that is related to spam and what you can and cannot do. And you need to have things like your address, your physical address of your building on the bottom of your newsletter. You need to have a good way to unsubscribe. And these services have thought of all that, and it's in there for you. So you don't need to learn all about the law. You can just go in there and do what you need to do. It's also, these sites are recognized as mailer people by the ISPs, and so they're whitelisted. And that's really important because if you're sending to more than like 50 people, it's pretty easy to get blacklisted, and you really don't want that. And Constant Contact, anyway, that I've worked with, the support is really excellent if you do have a problem with getting things through or something like that. Another thing that's kind of behind the scenes is it's easy to manage your list and even segment it. And they always give the example of a travel agent who has, you know, interested in beachy vacations versus family vacations versus skiing or something. And you can pick and choose to send to all of them or just some of them for any particular email. And related to that, it's easy for people to forward if you choose to put a button there, and for them to subscribe and unsubscribe. And you can easily put a button on your site for people to subscribe easily. And they can even click what their interests are if you have your list segmented. So all that stuff, I think, is really beyond that it looks nice and that, you know, the colors are good. So another thing that I think is really important and cool is they have a lot of reporting. You can see how many opened your email and where they clicked, and how many forwards you got, and even your bounces. And in Constant Contact, anyway, you can see exactly who those people are. And you know, if you know your audience, you might even call someone up and say, "Hey, did you change your email address?" You know, and that's really valuable. If you want to, you can do your articles in little chunks and then use like a read more link, and then you'll have statistics on which of the articles were the hot ones and which were the duds. And so that's really cool. I have not used MailChimp much, like I said, but Constant Contact has an integrated survey option and an event announcement and some kind of RSVP deal too, which is one of the things that that kind of comes next, you know, so that's cool.